Greetings, Guardians of Dominion, Zeus here with another enlightening video. Today, we're stepping into Fluffy Chapter 1, where the boss fight looks simple but hides a few important details that can make or break your run. Chapter 1 doesn't require energy crystals to unlock, so before doing anything else, I checked who the final boss was. I wanted to know early what kind of team I should start preparing for and what direction makes the most sense. I headed straight into the development shop. First, I bought the Lars and Krista pack of cards, and then the Orion and Helios pack. Each of these cost 32 stall coins. After refreshing the shop, the same two packs showed up again. At that point, I only had enough stall coins to buy one of them, so I pinned Lars and Krista for later and bought the Orion and Helios cards instead. Something important to note here is a new change in the shop. There's now a sell button, which lets you sell heroes you don't need anymore. The return value is 50% of what you paid. That's a big quality of life improvement and something worth keeping in mind as you move forward. With that done, I moved into the first fight. The battle itself was clean and very easy, no issues at all. However, the rewards stood out immediately. I received 36 fewer stall coins than what we were used to in previous events. Back to the development shop to prepare for the next fight. This time, I noticed something unusual. Some hero cards were showing up with a 50% discount. For example, Dante cards were available for just 8 stall coins. I bought another Orion and Helios pack, but I didn't have enough stall coins for Lars and Krista, so I went straight into the next battle. The enemy team was Yasmin, Jiri, Elmir, Heidi, and Leanne. Again, the fight was fast and smooth. I didn't lose a single hero. But once more, the reward was lower than expected, another 36 stall coins instead of the usual amount. Back to the shop again. This time, I bought Fluffy first, then Lars and Krista, and moved on to the next battle. The enemy team here was Krista, Jorgen, Thea, and Helios. The fight was quick, no heroes lost, and the reward was 54 stall coins. In previous events, this would normally be 60, so the reduced rewards were clearly consistent at this point. Once again, I returned to the development shop. I bought another Fluffy card. After refreshing the shop, I picked up 2 Krista cards and pinned a Fluffy card for later. Then I proceeded to the next battle. Just like before, the fight was easy and fast, with no losses. The reward was again 54 stall coins, still lower than what we were used to. Back to the shop to prepare for the next fight. I bought Fluffy, refreshed the shop, and picked up Lars. After a few more refreshes, Fluffy appeared again with a 50% discount, so I bought him immediately. At this point, Fluffy was fully maxed. I moved into the next battle. The enemy team this time was Julius, Jorgen, Faceless, and Lars. The fight was straightforward and clean. I didn't lose a single hero, but the reward was 80 stall coins. In previous events, this fight would normally give 90, so once again, the reward was clearly reduced. Back to the development shop. I bought Lars and Krista cards. After refreshing, I grabbed one more Krista card. Another refresh showed Orion with 2 cards, but I only needed 1, so I pinned them instead. After another refresh, Lars appeared with 2 cards, and I pinned those as well since I didn't have enough stall coins at the time. One more refresh, and Lars and Krista showed up with a 50% reduced price. I bought them immediately, and now Krista was fully maxed. I moved on to the next battle. That battle was, once again, easy and fast, and it rewarded me with 80 stall coins. Back to the shop again to prepare for the next fight. I bought Orion and Helios cards and also purchased the 2 previously pinned Lars cards. Something interesting happened here. I had pinned Orion cards earlier, but they weren't showing up anymore. At this point, my Orion was already maxed, so it didn't really matter, but it was still worth noting. I kept refreshing the shop, but nothing useful appeared, so I moved into the next battle. The fight was easy and fast, rewarding me with another 80 stall coins. Now it was time to prepare for the boss fight. Unused lives were exchanged for 180 stall coins, which gave me some extra flexibility. I bought Merlin, then picked up Axel at a 50% reduced price, and after that, I bought Biscuit. I refreshed the shop and bought Mara at a reduced price as well. One more refresh showed Chorus, so I picked him up too. At that point, I was thinking about Oliver, but none of my heroes could really use him effectively. Still, I kept refreshing the shop, hoping to fully max Helios. The shop kept filling up with pets instead. I eventually bought Oliver just to clear the pool and try to force more hero cards, but Helios never showed up. In the end, I decided to proceed without maxing Helios. For the boss fight, my team composition was Krista with Axel, Fluffy with Chorus, Orion with Mara, Lars with Merlin, and Helios with Biscuit, with Chorus as the team pet. The enemy was Archdemon and Lilith. The fight itself was easy and controlled, and it rewarded me with the grand prize, 10,000 Valor coins, 1 medallion, and a soul stone chest. To sum it up, Fluffy Chapter 1 is all about smart preparation, not rushing. Lower stall coin rewards mean every shop decision matters, so pin wisely, use discounts, sell what you don't need, and plan your boss team early. Let me know in the comments how your run went and what choices worked best for you. If this helped, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you don't miss what's coming next. Until next time, play smart, stay ahead, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Salute and friendship.